You know, I wonder if it's hard, if it's difficult for people to fake being who they are. And I say that I say that to mean like we're all trying to be something. We're all trying to what's the word I'm trying to use? We're all trying to find ourselves, you know? It's just a part of us now. We have to be a part of be part of a world where you got to grow into yourself. Us as human beings, we are not perfect. We are far from perfect. Like even the people that we do say are perfect, like could be questionable, you know. But no, I think that's what makes us unique, you know. When I think of who I am and me as a person, there's a lot of times that I'm thankful for the person that I've become, and then there's a lot of times where I don't even know if I'm right in the head. Like I don't even know if I'm as great as a person that everyone tells me I am. I remember being in grammar school, like was like like middle school, all that stuff, whatever you all call it. But you know, I remember when I first started cursing. That shit was cool. I was just like going off, doing like this and that, saying fuck, nigga, this and that, bitch. Cause I couldn't do that at home. My parents wasn't having that. Like, nah, I cursed to a song and they were like, hey, watch your mouth. So, you know, me coming up at that time in fifth, sixth grade, I was like, wow, this like I've always been told all my life how to do this, do that, be this person, be that person. And now it's kind of changed. It's different. You know, I can curse now. I'm not I'm not around my parents. I don't need to hold myself back. I don't need to do none of that. I can just be who I am. I can say how I feel and people are just going to have to take it how it is, you know? And then from there, me going in the 7th and 8th grade, having my first girlfriend and dealing with friends and people and hanging out with people after school, just getting to know how people act, and I met a lot of fake people. I met a lot of people that probably were just in their own world dealing with their own shit, and you know they didn't give a fuck about me. So you know we all got to survive, whatever. But it taught me a lot about people growing up as a kid. You know, you get to see the evils, you get to see the goods, the bads, the pettiness, the fucked upness in people. Like, it really changes you. And me looking at myself today, I'm kind of glad that either I had the great sense or I was just blessed to have good people around me. Because I could be on a 360, you know? And just knowing how petty I am about shit, you know, I'm not into violence, and that's the only thing. Like, I'm like, hey, with me being as petty as I am, and what if I like grew up in the streets? I might be on some like, hey, you fucked me over. I'm gonna do something to you, and that's the one thing that I couldn't do as a kid. I wasn't the type that was gonna run up on you. Do this or that. I'll defend myself. Like you step up to me, I'm gonna defend myself. That's the one thing my parents always told me. Don't let no one walk over you. You know, shit. But the growing, I understand how people go through stuff and they can be able to, come out a certain way, because it wasn't just my experience at school or out with real people. My family taught me a lot, about who I am. My family made sure that I wasn't, out in the streets. They made sure I wasn't, on some like crazy fugazi shit. They just they wanted me to have a future and have a life. Because it was already hard at that time, and they weren't seeing into this future of like, YouTube and freelance and all that stuff, being able to not need a college degree to be able to follow your dreams. And I understand. Like both my parents are, I don't know how old they are. They in their 40s, 50s. I'm sorry, but yeah, they old, so they've grown up on a particular system, a particular culture. You know, and I grew up right in the middle in this transition of a culture, so I had to, you know, I did grow up being that person that was talking face to face with you. Like I wasn't on the phone, texting, on internet. I didn't get into that until I was like way into high school, you know, and they gave us our own computers. So um, yeah, just being you, being yourself. Like the reason I made this is just because I feel like a lot of people feel like they gotta be something they not. They gotta do something to make people feel like understand them or see that they're just like them, you know? And I'm like, I kind of understand. Like, I want everyone to believe that I am a human being, that I breathe, or that I'm not crazy and not have bodies under my bed. Like, yeah, I would like people to think that I'm a good person, but for for people to think of me different, like when you think of rappers and everything, they're like a lot of these rappers, they're really showing a life that a lot of them don't even do like that. They're not even about that. I remember hearing a long time ago, Future was saying like, "Hey, I'm not taking thousands of pills every day. Like don't let these songs fool you. Like I have a full career now. I can't can't do that." But a lot of people, that's what they see. They're like, "Hey, they see that rock star lifestyle might not make it type of life," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." We all like to daydream. We all like to, dream about what if. I wish I was living in the comic book right now. Real talk. I really wish I was in a comic book, in a manga, that I could just like cut over all the uncomfortable, all the hardships, cover all that shit up and just have the good points, or be the superhero in my story and just like shit, One Punch Man, all all the nightmares. Some of y'all might not know that reference. Like, look it up. I'm not gonna explain this, but I'm not gonna explain what One Punch Man is. Um, like, get your culture up. Um, yeah, I'm all about being me. You know, I wasn't like the goofball, like the funny person in the class, but no, like my friends thought I was funny. They thought I was cool. Well, I could talk to people. I could, socialize, relate with people. Get understand you on whatever level you are at. Because I give people my own. If you don't like me, I don't know how to act. I don't know how to be someone else. I don't know how to be this cool dude, this, you know, very smart dude. Because I'm just not that. I'm not that type of person. I'm Wolf Sage. I'm Vince. Whatever you think I am, I just hope it ain't something outlandish, or something. I want it to be something that's true to me. I don't feel like I'm a bad person. I don't feel like I'm crazy, doing wrong and all that stuff. I'm just trying to make a living, and I understand why a lot of people gotta, shift themselves. They gotta change themselves. When you have to work through the system, when you gotta, you know, change yourself and not be the person that you could be. or that people want you to be, that puts some strain. I don't know if that made any sense. Hey, Cora. Yeah, she's been very, very like up on me recently, and I don't get it, but I love her. But yeah, it's this shit's crazy. Like I'm steady trying to figure out like trying to be myself, like trying to figure out who I am as an artist because even though I've been doing this for a while, I'm still pretty new. I don't have like a staple or a kind of style, something that's, this is Wolf Sage, this is artwork by Wolf Sage, you know, dealing with who I am and how I want to be represented and how my voice wants to be put out there into the world is a big thing. It's very stressful. Oh, you gonna headbutt me? Here, here, you good? Cats. Um, yeah. Even looking at Cora, if I look at Cora, she knows who she is. She knows. I don't know. I'm hoping she knows what type of purpose she has, or maybe she's just like, hey, I'm just living out life. You know, these these people take care of me. They treat me right. They feed me, and that's all I need to live for. But as humans, we don't have that opportunity. We have to think. We have to figure out who we are to be able to survive in this world. We have to figure out, like, me being who I am is going to decide whether I eat, whether I have friends, whether I have relationships, a life, whether I can take care of myself. It's a lot of things. I don't know if any of this is, like, making sense. I'm just, like, I felt like for a while I had lost myself, or I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I represented because I had all these other things, these other voices, these other people in my head just telling me like you need to be this, you need to be that. We see you as this, we see you as that, you know. And I'm like, I see myself as that and that too. Like that's cool. Like I want to be great. I want to do this and that, but am I just normal? Am I destined just to be just regular Vince? You know, I don't know. I don't know. But I want to be me. I don't want to be old and look back and be like, man, I was so fake. Like, I don't want to I don't want to have to look back and be like disgusted with myself. I want to at least go out saying that, hey, I was me. You got the full. No one could say nothing about me. No one could say that I was putting them down or going against this, and you know I was like wishy washy and on that shit. Like no, I stuck to what I thought, to what I wanted, and what I believed. Fuck everything else. Fuck everyone else's opinion. You know, at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to survive. I'm the one who has to go out here and make a living. I have to live in my body and my skin and with my hair, with all of this. I ain't got no time to be trying to be something I'm not. I'm gonna continue to build. I'm gonna continue to grow. I'm gonna continue to be something. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I honestly don't. I don't know, but I hope it's I hope I can at least make a living. I just want to live. I want to see a little bit of stuff. I want to explore this world. At least this planet. I don't ever think I'm gonna be able to explore. The sun. Not even the sun. Like the other planets, like the moon and fucking Mars and all that stuff. I don't know if I'll ever be able to explore that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to meet aliens one day. But You know, I can live my life out here on this planet. I can travel. I can see things. I can experience things, smoke things, do whatever I want. Just everything, all the smoke, just all the peace. I just want to be able to be happy. You know. Also, shout out 21 Savage. You know, I, he did this interview with the Breakfast Club, and he was real. He was real honest about him going through his life. You know, he has his album. I was I am greater than I was, and and that's such a great title. Like the concept of him just saying like I am greater, like in this moment now than I was back then, and he even admitted like I've been through some shit, I've done some shit, I've lost some shit, and that shit has shaped me into the man that I am now. And he even admitted like, hey, I cry, you know, I tear up, I cry, I get emotional, because like a real man, you are gonna feel stuff. That's the only way that you can go throughout this world. We ain't Jedi's, you know. If you don't know what I mean, you should look up some shit on some Jedi's, because it's some fucked up shit. But you know, like just I suggest people look at that interview. You know, I'm really proud of that dude, seeing his growth, seeing him, evolve and still have people get on his shit, because he really be about that street shit. Like there's only a few, like Meek, fucking T Grizzly. We were waiting for you. We were waiting for 21. And he did his thing. You know, I am greater than I was. Yeah, yeah. I fucks with that. I want to be greater than what I used to be, what I was, the person that I was. I want to learn from that person, but I don't want to be that person forever. See y'all.